I'm in here in the old Value van. Look there. I got the inside of it cleaned out pretty good, as you might be able to see here. But the outside of it looks rough. So I need to do something about that, or the HOA is going to get after me. Wait, I don't have any HOA. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. Too much shooting and hollering and running cars into trees and stuff like that going on for me to be, you know, HOA. You know what I'm saying? Still yet, I do have to keep up appearances. You are just not going to believe the hardships I've had to overcome to try to paint this thing. You're not going to believe it. Sure you will. It's on YouTube. You believe anything. I'm just wanting to paint this thing just one solid color. And it's rough as a night in jail. I mean, it's been painted with a brush and a roller and with latex paint and everything else over the years. But I got all my stuff here. My thinner and my oil-based paint, Rust-Oleum. I love that stuff. Got my DA sander, got me some 40 grit pads for it. That's how rough this thing is. It is rough as a night in jail, and I'm going to do a pretty rough paint job on it. I got my cigarettes, of course, and I'm sanding away on this thing. I noticed the air compressor quit working. Well, all the microfarads had fell out of my start capacitor. So I wanted to call that a flux capacitor, but it's not a start capacitor. So I had to look all over the world to find one of those to get my compressor going again. And let me show you what in all my genius, what I've done with my air compressor. See, I put it out back, outside of the garage where I wouldn't have to listen to it. And I just, no provisions to get into it other than this little square I cut out in the tin to kind of look in there every once in a while, make sure it had oil in the compressor. So I had to take that whole building apart, drag the compressor out of there, get the capacitor out of it, find a capacitor, put it back in, then go back to sanding. Well, by this time, I'm wore out. Now, let's see how this goes. I didn't do a whole lot more sanding, I'll tell you that. Oh, and this little Harbor Freight paint sprayer wasn't worth dragging home. Wasn't squirting an ounce of paint or anything. I fooled with it for 2 hours. Had to go buy a different one from Advance Auto Parts. Can't find my dust mask. This is a Kiss toboggan I cut the top out of. That's what I'm using for a dust mask. Hello, but we're going to try it and let's see what happens. All right, it is painted, and as you can tell, it looks lovely. It looks beautiful. It's white. Yeah. What a disaster. But it did go from looking like this before I got it to looking like this. That's what it looks like now. And that's an improvement. Again, from this, after I got it and cleaned it up a little bit, to this right here. Yeah, it's a lot better. I like it.